What's up, boys? Today I want to talk about MX Bike's biggest problem because, I'm looking at Steam charts right now, and this is the first month, at least as of right now, it says this is the first month in a very long time we've had a month that the game didn't grow. All right, and now this is a rolling 30 days, so maybe if you go check, it'll be different, but right now I'm looking at we're down. Now, we're not down very much. It's like 1%, all right? But this is the first month MX Bikes hasn't grown in a while. And what I think is pretty interesting about that is I think it comes down to one specific problem. And no, I don't think it's paid tracks. I don't think it's the OEMs not getting updated. I don't think it's any of that. In fact, I think now that I've put out my share of paid tracks for a little while, I am confident it has nothing to do with pay tracks because there are a lot of people buying tracks, boys. And I know that I am nowhere near the most, paid or, most downloaded tracks. And there's a lot of people buying tracks, boys. And so I don't think has anything to do with that. And in fact, a good example is I'm riding a new free track that just came out, Across the Sea by Punker Jeffy. And this track is actually insane. Free, very good, flows insanely well, looks amazing. Literally no reason people shouldn't be playing this track. Yet there's literally no servers on this track. And it came out like 2 days ago. And this is just something like I cannot wrap my head around. And, this has been talked about before in the past, but I just keep waiting for it to change and it just never does. And I don't understand. And I've been trying to figure out, what can we do or why, why are people playing the same 6 tracks? And I just can't figure it out, boys. I don't know. Why are we playing the first Walnut? Why are we playing Farm 14 and all the stock tracks over and over and over and over again? Like, I get that they're good for, when you first start the game. And they are. Don't get me wrong. They're amazing. It just is, I just don't understand. Why? Every once in a while we'll have a new one that's introduced that gets stuck in the rotation. Countryside. That's, kind of all I can think of right now. Every once in a while there'll be one that just really takes over, but like think of Punker's other tracks, the OA, again, a super highly praised track everybody loved. I didn't meet a single person that said they didn't like that track. Or remember Cairo, another one, everyone loved that track, but after like a week it's just not on the server list anymore. And I think a lot of people just blame the player, that the player just wants to play, the average player just wants to play Farm 14, but I don't know that that's true. And I wonder, is it just because the servers aren't, the people hosting the servers, there's all these different, attempts at ranked and all this stuff. That's a whole nother topic, but people trying to host these 24/7 servers. Guys, why aren't we switching up the tracks? And I've seen people comment on my, when I'm announcing a track, that people are saying, oh, Doc, we would love to play your tracks, but there's just no servers. If you had a 24/7 server on it, we would play them more. And that's a really good idea. And I guess for track creators as well, I'm not really sure why, and I'm talking to myself too on this one. Why aren't we pushing our tracks more through servers? A lot of people always talk about when they make tracks, oh, they just want people to play it, but we don't really do much to encourage the player to play it. I think we could, and I'm just coming up with ideas as I'm talking here. We could be talking to these ranked guys, that are putting the ranked servers up, trying to figure out how to get them to use our tracks. Might cost a little bit of bread, the economy, the MX Bikes economy that's fine, or maybe we make our own servers. That's what I'm thinking right now, man. I could just make an RD track server and promote it. But at the same time, I also see like that'll happen sometimes, and then the tracks they just stop playing them. And I don't really understand why. I think part of it is there's no real, I think a ranked system would help really, really well. And absolutely no disrespect to MXB, MM, but it just doesn't scratch that ranked itch, you know. And Papiti like almost did, but it also didn't really, it always just felt like something else, and it wasn't like a part of the game. And I really wish there was a way for us to have something that felt a little bit more in line with like it was a part of the game, you know, had more incentive to do it. And I think that would help a lot too, because I also think like people that aren't very good at the game, if, you know, Cam or Linz or somebody like that joins, there's this whole thing going on where, you know, if people are really, really fast, they just get yeeted from the lobby. And I think it's probably because people are tired of getting gapped by 40 seconds. And on the flip side, like, I can speak for myself, I don't really enjoy getting on Polita and putting a minute and a half on everybody in 6 laps. Like, and yeah, it's just not it's just not very fun anymore. Like, we're in this weird spot where like the people that are really, really good at the game don't really want to play the same things that we've been playing for the last 4 years. The new players are kind of tired of getting absolutely just dogged on. And I really think like a true ranked system. Now I could just be dreaming here, because who knows if that's you know, I don't know if that could ever work, but like a true ranked system, I really think would solve a lot of issues. You know, I think ranked where at a certain level you can play certain tracks, and then once you reach a high enough elo or whatever, you're not allowed to get on that track anymore. Or I mean, you can, but then like you just won't earn as much elo, right? So then you're incentivized to play other tracks. I also think this would be really great for, you know, all the track traders. They could get their tracks on there. You could have like a RD Tracks ranked server where, you know, same thing, I don't know, like, and you could do Keywin's tracks and all these guys' tracks. I feel like it would just be, it would give you a reason to play other things. But then with that ranked, you know, you can't just have the ranked be for nothing. I feel like people are kind of past the point in gaming of a leaderboard just being enough. You know, if there was ways to put actual, you know, seasonal rewards into it, that would be really, really cool. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'm kind of lost, man. Bikes has been in a really interesting place recently, and I've been really trying to figure out, like, man, what is the problem? Is it no OEM? You know, we haven't had an OEM update in a while, and I don't know. I mean, yeah, that probably doesn't help, but at the same time, I think the bikes are really good right now. You know, I mean, they definitely have some issues, but like as a whole, the bikes are solid, and I don't think people are hating the game because of the bikes, which has been an issue in the past. You know, and sometimes in the past I felt like, oh man, we haven't really had any good free tracks that are worthy of being, you know, and absolutely no disrespect to anybody, but you guys know what I mean, like a widely accepted free track by the community that would be, you know, that would dethrone a Walnut or a Farm or whatever. And that's been like that in the past, where it was just like only pay tracks, and I could kind of understand the paid argument sometimes, you know, I mean, but like also no. But that doesn't seem the case, man. We've had a lot, and I mean a lot, of really good free tracks coming out, and it just seems like people just don't want to play anything else. And I just, it's really sad, because these guys spend so much time and effort, and people rave about the tracks. Oh man, you know, this track's so good, you know, everyone will make a video on it. The community, you know, you read the comments on my videos, Troy's videos, Lynn's videos, Aiden's videos, Smoke says, everyone's talking about how good the tracks are. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, why are we not playing it? Sorry. I don't know. You know? I don't really understand. But I don't know. I kind of a ranty video, you know. I just see it's a huge issue where I think people aren't playing against people of their skill level, and I think that is kind of hard. And also people aren't playing different tracks, and I just don't really know why, you know. And I think that has a lot to do. I mean, man, there are thousands of tracks in this game that are amazing. I have, on my old PC, I had hundreds of gigabytes of gear and tracks, and I actually have hundreds of gigabytes on this computer of tracks, and they're all good, and people just don't, I don't know why. Anyway, I know I kind of been rambling a little bit, but yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts, I guess. I'm sorry if this video seems like kind of all over the place. To be honest, I was trying to record some videos earlier and got on, and I was like, brother, I just am not interested in grinding the first walnut anymore, you know, or Polita V2 or Washington. I have done 10 billion laps on those tracks, and I think everyone else has too. I just don't know. I just, you know, anyway, so I felt like I'd make the video. I'd rant a little bit. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. I love you. And let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know some solutions, all right? I'm not trying to complain. I try to provide some sort of a solution. I love to know your guys' solutions as well, all right? So I love you. I'll see you in the next one.